It's there's water.
Do you feel like you're in the water or looking at the water?
By the edge of the water.
Beautiful. Is it daylight?
It's daylight.
Take a deep breath in and relax. Feel yourself acclimating in this space. Tell me, how does this place make you feel?
Happy.
Look down at your body. What does your body look like? Do you see your feet?
I have a tail.
You have a tail.
Yes.
Describe what your tail looks like. What colors do you see?
It's agua blue with silver shimmers.
Mm-hmm.
There's there's diamonds inside of it, like crusted.
Diamonds in your feet.
My tail,
Would
quartz.
that be considered your feet?
Yeah, that's tail.
So if I was to ask you how many toes do you have anything that you would refer to as your toes?
The tail, like a mermaid.
It's just a tail. So do you have like diamonds at the tips of your tail?
Yeah, they're herkimer diamonds and quartz, white quartz, like the clear ones.
Hmm. Do they do anything for you?
Yes, they light up my whole body. It glows in the water. Alchemy was placed on my tail.
Who placed it on your tail?
My sister,
Which one?
Aurora,
How did she do that?
she is the staff in her hand during the twilight. She waited till I was in the water. She aimed it at my tail. She activated my crystals. Source light went from the great central sun to the crystal to the tip of my tail.
Beautiful. Were these crystals put on you as a baby or did that happen later?
It was during initiation. I was initiated at the temple as a child. I was born for this. My duty is to protect the city. My life was to protect the city. As a guardian. Aurora, Aurora gave me a
She gave you what? Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
What was that? I'm so sorry. You said Laura gave you something?
She gave me a trident for my birthday.
Uh-huh.
On my birthday, I got a trident with jewels. It helps me when I'm underwater.
What does it help you do?
Sends beams. There are aliens underwater. You call aliens. They're underwater. Some of the Martians can go underwater. We had to fight in water and on land.
Are some of the mermaids working with the dark ones trying to assist CERN?
They were tricked. They were tricked. And then their soul was trapped. They were turned dark. They didn't want to go. They were beguiled.
I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You said their souls were trapped?
They were beguiled. There was a mermaid that asked them to go somewhere and they got trapped. And they were given certain things to eat that turned their eyes black and their fins turned dark. There was so much pain. They were tricked. They did not consent. They were being tricked.
What did they feed them?
It was around. It was around like
Oh, come on. I can't hear you. Let's see if it. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I'm sorry, I need you to repeat that really quick. You said they something round. They did what round?
it was it was a starfish that was they were told to eat. They were being tricked. It was full of darkness.
A
Their eyes.
starfish?
It was a
Hmm. Okay, 111, some love, guys. Let's see, can you hear me? It keeps going in and out. Okay, it keeps going in and out. I didn't even get to hear that. Is there any way we can send them love? Since was there any family members of ours there that we can, is there anything that we could do? Can we send them love to help them?
we went after them with the trident. We tried to fight. We managed to get one back. She told us what had happened. We had to cleanse her. We had to clean her. We're all put her in a chamber, in the pyramid, in the temple. We we blasted crystal into her being to blast out the black energy. To disintegrate the black energy, we send love. Oh, we held hands. We transmuted the darkness out of one of them. She told us everything. We send light beams into the water.
Mm. All right.
They, they use black magic to fight.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for explaining that. Now I understand. Um, okay, beautiful. You take a deep breath in and relax. Take a deep breath in, relax, and I want you to this golden Merkaba. You're surrounded in the Merkaba. Feel yourself walking into it and sitting down. It began from the beginning of your session, and it will remain around you. You're safe and protected and invisible to harm. Take a deep breath in and out. That in and move it along a little bit. Move it along to another place and time in Atlantis when you lived. And let's go back to where you were the last time where we can get answers for your highest healing. So you're moving along to a time and place where you can get answers for your highest healing. Be there now. Do you see anything around you? Tell me what you see, sense, or feel.
And hidden chambers.
You're in hidden chambers.
It's made out of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Instructed to wear the garments of light.
What was that?
To wear the garments of light. There, there's light language flying through the ether inside the chamber.
Beautiful. Take a deep breath in and out and sense everything around you. You will know, you will hear the light language, you will know it, you will feel it. Take a deep breath in and out. And what do you hear? What do you see?
Surrounding my body, lighting me up from the inside out.
Beautiful. Do you know this light language?
Yes,
Do you hear what it's saying to you?
it's home. It's the deepest home.
Does it have a message for you? Is it a song or is it a message? What is it that this light language is? what you see.
Sacred language.
What was that?
Mother is spreading her wings. The light language. She's blessing me. She's protecting me.
Is this Isis?
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
She's spreading her wings and invoking light language towards my body. She's telling us that she's going to fractalize inside of all of us. She says there's no greater love than to give me a piece of her and to fractalize. She's showing me the process of fractalization in the body. She says Aurora will be first. Aurora. Mother will go into Aurora first. She will fractalize there first. Then go into Egypt after the flood. She knew what was going to happen. She knew they will betray us. These other beings that came from other planets. She is preparing us in the inner chambers of the temple. She's beaming white light language into the body. The body's glowing. So much light. It's hard for the vessel to resist. The light is so bright, so intense. My body's glowing. It shines like a star. We're there.
Hmm?
We're there with her. Your eyes or mine are turning into white light. They're shining bright. She's beaming light into us. I can feel it. I can feel the light. It's so deep. It's so healing. So healing.
While you're there with her, tell her I love her. Thank you.
My breath is spewing white light out of my ears and my eyes. There's so much light.
Beautiful. How old do you feel though?
I'm 13 years old.
How old am I?
You're 13 as well.
Are we twins?
Yes.
Were we the girl twins that she had?
Yes.
People think she had twin boys. The story goes. Story goes. Beautiful.
She has to
Beautiful.
call
So,
them. She has to
which,
call them. They must not know the truth. Some things are hidden for the highest good. Women were hunted at one point, not only for their abilities, but also because the star sees we can birth. We can birth not only more star seeds, but we can birth many things through our womb. Many things can be born. And Mother Isis knew this. So we had to be hidden. We needed to hide the smallest of her children. We need to be protected and safe.
Interesting. So, okay. So, wow, beautiful. Um, hmm. Do we have a birthday that we're allowed to know what our birthday is?
There is a natal chart, but there is tips on how we know. The planet Mercury ties us together. We are tied to that planet. We were blasted into Earth. So that is our planetary signature, even though it's different months.
So, what is in the month of September, or would we be born in the month?
What month? I didn't hear the month.
Maybe this is something we can connect with when we meditate or something. Is this any significant? The entry date?
The portals are important. You can activate and attune.
Okay.
The portal is important. You can, under hypnosis on portal day, you can attune the body. Esther's 3D body is full of radiant light right now. Electricity is running through her. It's coming from Andara, from the temple, from the light chamber to give her energy.
Beautiful. Does she have an Andara with her now? Do you have an Andara with you now in
She
the
does.
temple? You said she does? Mm.
She has
You
to.
said she you said she has a crystal with her in the temple?
Yes.
Is there any way she can connect with that crystal and it's take in and just connect with that energy so she just feels it until she can have one in her hand?
Esther 3D body. Her liquid matrix is being lit up right now with the Andara crystal. It's on literally electrified. It's
Beautiful.
literally running through her veins, her blood, and her crystalline body. It's not paralyzed, but it's literally energy flowing through her.
Good.
blasted through her crown.
Mhm.
Andara is giving her a gift.
I
Andara,
know. Mhm. I know she wanted to connect and speak her light language. Is this something that's activating right now in the temple?
Isis is showing Andara the light language. At the same time, Andara is connecting to Esther's body with
Is
a.
Esther ready to speak the light language yet? Is she able to?
She's being filled with light first.
Okay.
Too many blocks in the etheric realm.
Mhm.
This will help her. Light language is very sacred.
Okay.
She has to be attuned. She must be attuned first. This is the starting of attunement for Esther's body. The
Okay.
baby matrix.
Okay. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath and move this scene along. Tell me what else is happening here.
I'm going down the stairs. I'm going up the stairs, up to the lighthouse. I'm going up the stairs. There's a lot of steps. There's a crystal staircase. I'm getting to the lighthouse on the top. There is a section. I'm looking at the portals on the sky. Where ships are coming in and out.
Are you on the top of a pyramid?
On the top of a crystalline staircase. It's in the. Not see me, but I can see them. I can see the ships coming in and out. I can see who's driving the ships.
Mm-hmm.
The ships are alive. They're being moved through consciousness. They're driven through the mind.
Mm-hmm. Is there a device on the face that people wear to help navigate these ships?
There is a crystal in the ship. They're talking to the Andara crystal in the ship
Mm-hmm.
through the mind.
Okay.
And I see the commander in another ship. It is one of ours. It's a Pleiadian ship. And he's teaching his younger son how to navigate the ship. And the father's telling him to concentrate so he doesn't crash another ship. He crashed the previous one, the youngling. And he's teaching him how to place it down in Atlantis without without he's he's showing him how to bring it.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let's see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I lost you. So what is happening now? So you're just watching as the ships come in. Are you just gazing, or are you there on duty?
There's a Pleiadian father and son in a ship, and they're driving the ship through the mind's eye. The father's instructing his child not to crash the ship as he crashed one prior because he couldn't gently land. And I see.
Do people get hurt if they crash? Have
No,
people died?
no.
Okay.
The physical plane crash, but there's a bubble that protects them.
Now look around. Is there any animals around? Magical creatures? Oh, there we should have gone.
And
Can you hear me? I don't know if you could hear me. Oh, this connection backed up. Let me know when you can hear me. Can you hear me now?
yes, I hear.
Okay, sorry about that. It's having bad connection here. Okay, so is there anything significant that's happening with this father and son?
He's
Do they
teaching
play?
his son how to navigate the ship. The ship is organic, lots of crystals, and it's colorful lights. It's not like the dark ships. Like, it's not like the other ships.
So let me ask, the ships that people see in the sky, are those all benevolent?
Not all are benevolent. The ones that light up with colors are benevolent. The ones that are under the dark clouds are malevolent.
Okay.
If you hold positive timeline in you, all of the dark clouds will dissipate from you. Esther has done this. She has figured out the alchemy of the clouds and the alchemy of food.
Mm-hmm.
There are different alchemies.
Beautiful.
She is starting the fasting, and the the fasting is helping her to have a more clear connection. It's helping this transmission right now.
Beautiful. Yes, I know she's very good student. So let's go ahead and let's move this along just a tiny bit. Let's move it along. I want you to walk around where you are and get a good look of home and describe everything you see. Describe what the architecture looks like. Just describe it and take it in.
It's
Remember what it feels like.
there is Atlantis is spherical, but there is etheric realms in Atlantic as well. There are secret chambers. There are different crystals. that help crystals power a lot of the organic, what you call here magic. It's the supernatural realms of Atlantis. We're surrounded by many mystical creatures, and they are beautiful. There's ability within the mystical creatures. Mystical creatures bring crystals from other dimensions.
Do they take them away as well?
Mystical creatures travel between dimensions and bring crystals from other dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Just as we have the moldavite here, that is no coincidence. It's from
Can
the
you tell us about the moldavite? I know me and Esther are very curious about it. I've heard many things. I know it was a planet that exploded and the color changed. Was this a benevolent planet? What can you give us about this?
is a planet that was focused on the heart chakra. It's green, and it fractalized. It fractalized and exploded with the intention to love. The greatest is to fractalize. It is not death. It rebirths. It is a ascension for that planet. It was in the 11th dimension. It did so with the intention to liberate Earth. It loves Earth. It loves Gaia. That planet is in service to Gaia and others here. All planets.
Who were the people on that planet?
I'm trying to see into the planet when it was whole before it broke apart.
Did it break apart during the galactic war?
Trying to see them on there. There were ships. I see ships and some dark beings that were trying to mine on a planet. They tried to bring a large ship that had a device that will take a good part of it. The planet that's alive refused. It did not want it to be used for darkness. The dark ships were there. They killed all organic on the planet. The planet, in an effort to love, destroyed itself. It blasted itself open, and chunks of it fell on planet Earth because it knew that those dark beings were plundering not and rebirthed, but it cannot be seen with the naked eye. You cannot see it. It is in the ether.
So is it good to have moldavite with us? I know I have a couple pieces, and I think Esther does too.
Yes, Esther has moldavite on her right finger. She has a twin flame moldavite. These two modavites were excavated together, and when she bought one, she needed to get the other because they are siblings. Those pieces refuse to be apart. They want to be together. So she had to buy two pieces of moldavite as rings together. And the moldavite was cunning. The moldavite ring came to her in a dream. Mind you, Esther cannot dream. But the moldavite opened up her third eye so that she can see that it wanted to be by the other side.
Can you hear me? Okay. Could that be first?
No,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What was that? You said Esther cannot dream, and then I didn't hear
her
that.
third eye is being blocked from with the oxygen, but the moldavite unblocked it for a specific purpose. They wanted her to see that it is a twin of the other. Some pieces of moldavite, when they're mined and they're made into rings and jewelry and other things, some pieces of moldavite and the majority want to stay together. There's such loving, there's so much love. And so it is the case with the rings that Esther has. They go together everywhere.
Are you aware of the moldavite pieces I have?
Yes.
Can you tell me anything about them? I
It,
feel I have to sneak some.
your moldavite wants sunlight. It wants the twilight. It wants
Oh, come back.
you to never take it off.
I'm sorry, I lost you at twilight. Can you repeat that? You said that my moldavite wants sunlight and twilight, and what was
It
the other
wants
part?
it wants the sunrise. It wants the light. It wants that light, but for you to hold it up. It wants the light and it wants the energy. It's binding the sunlight with you, but it wants you to meditate with it. It wants to talk to you.
Oh,
It wants to give you love, and it wants to catalyze you. It wants to attune you. It wants to press you forward. It says not to be afraid. It's only for your highest good. And once it's done its purpose, it will disappear from your life.
oh. I'm sorry, I lost you again. It doesn't want me to hear what you have to say about them. You said it's going to disappear on me. Is that what they do
The,
when they
mo-
serve their purpose?
the moldavite disappears under certain conditions. The first condition is if it's not loved. Many people hold moldavite, but they do not give it sunrise light. And if so, there is the crystal keepers. They will take the crystal and bring it back to the planet for repair. And then it
I got 3 bars.
needs the sunlight. It needs the sunrise twilight.
I'm sorry. You said the crystal keepers will take it back for repair. Was there anything else of important? I know everything is important, but anything else you said after that? I know I heard it's that you said it needs the sunlight and it needs to rise and to be held up.
And it needs to meditate with you. You are a crystal as well. It wants to communicate with you.
Okay.
Moldavite should never be taken off if you
Okay.
can. Some people cannot stand the high frequency.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, God, this is some craziness.
That helps it. All the fragrance essentials that are rose. Calm the Moldavite. The Moldavite has a fiery dragon. And it's fire is green. It's really heart chakra, but it's fiery. It's very high frequency. And if you bring the Herkama with the Moldavite, it's going to amplify you. It's going to amplify the healing in the body. It's going to amplify the needs and open more of abilities. It's important to meditate with your crystals.
Okay.
They love you. They're a part of Gaia.
What
They,
about Esther? Is there a special crystal she needs? I know she needs the blue Andara. Does she need like the aquamarine blue Andara?
yes, she needs the aqua. Oh,
Oh no, lost you again. Come back to me.
through her veins right now. Her body is so fired up, literally. It's lit up. You can't see it with the regular eye, but her aura is literally shining really bright right now.
Beautiful.
It's so glowing. It's glowing so much. It's almost like a great central sun.
Beautiful. So am I speaking to Andara right now?
Yes, this is
Okay,
Andara.
okay, beautiful. Andara, do you want to walk around and tell me what it looks like where you are? Maybe take me to your home.
Yes, I'm in
Let's
the,
walk and talk. Tell me what you see.
I'm walking through the courtyards of Atlantis. There are many rooms. My room is full of crystals and dragons, and I have so many what you call mystical creatures. And I I have a crystal bed that I sleep in. My bed is full of crystals. And when the sunrise comes and sparkles through, all my crystals light up, but my face lights up as well. And what is called morning, you guys call morning. We do not call it morning. That word morning is not proper. It
What do
means
you call it? What does it mean?
In your 3D world, the word mourning lowers the chakras. It means to cry, to mourn. We do not greet each other that way in Atlantis. We sing to each other when we see each other. We sing and we glide. There is crystal dust all over Atlantis. It's so beautiful. There are many rooms. That is my room, but I go to your room most often as we're smaller children. And your room is purple, full of purple amnesty. And you like to show me all of your purple crystals. Your toys are made out of purple amnesty. You have a dragon that's made out of purple amnesty in your room. It's really beautiful and it lights up. And you play with your dragons.
What's my dragon's name? Do you know its name?
You have a nickname for it. You call it you have a very funny name. It sounds like blue. Blue. It's not
Blue.
like the last ending of the color purple, like blue. That's it's a funny name. You give nicknames. You even gave me a nickname. You call me Sarah, and I call you Misty. You call me,
I see some things never change.
and you call our mother.
Oh, come back. What was that? Oh, let's see if you can hear me. What was that? You said I call her mother. I lost you. We call her mother. I call her mother.
Yeah, you call her mother differently. You call her not Isis. You call her Isa, like Isa. You call her a different name.
And are we close to our father?
Yes, you call him Sadis. Sadis. You don't call her Osiris. You shorten everybody's names. It's very funny and geeky. And we comb each other's hair. I comb your hair in
Beautiful. Oh, I don't know why it keeps going out.
and you have crystals in your hair, lots of crystals. You also have a crown, and you have jewels, purple jewels, lots of purple jewels all around.
So I have a question. I have some sand in my room right now that's from the US. Is this true that this is sand from Atlantis?
The sand.
Crystal?
The sand.
Uh-huh.
You have sand in your room.
Near me right now. If they said it was quartz from Atlantis. Is this true? It's next to my picture.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
able to?
etheric. It's etheric, though. It's not in the 3D.
Mm, okay, beautiful. Okay.
Has to go to the bathroom now.
Okay, and then I was going to ask, when we get back, do we need to go back to the body scan or we answer questions?
We should answer questions.
Her body's okay for now?
She needs to go to the bathroom, and her arms and legs are electrified right now. I'm
Okay.
trying to slow the electric energy.
All right, yes, calm her down, slow her body down. And in a moment, let me go ahead and have her slowly wake up a little bit so she can go to the bathroom. And when she comes back, she'll be deeper and more deeper than she was before. So her higher self, go ahead and assist her so she can go to the restroom. And when she comes back, she'll be deeper. Okay. Hmm. All right, you ready? Drink some water. All right, this part should go by probably pretty quick. Too much fun. Still okay?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and out, relaxing your body. You're going back, and deeper than you were before. And let me know when I'm able to speak with your higher self, Hadassah. Hadassah, Hadassah. I have permission to speak with your higher sister, Hadassah. Just a good time to call in your higher self. Or do you feel yourself still in Atlantis? Where are you? Have I connected with Hadassah, the higher self of Esther? Or I'd like to speak with you. Let me know when I'm connected.
So,
What is that?
it's the higher self, Hadassah.
This is Hadassah.
Yes.
Beautiful sister, thank you. I love, honor, respect you, and I miss you. Thank you for speaking with us again today. I wanted to answer some questions for Esther. I know we've had a lot of fun in these sessions, and I thank you for allowing her to experience these moments. I know there's so much and so little time. So I thank you for taking her back to showing her in Atlantis. Is there any messages you have for her?
Esther needs to believe. She knows, but it is true.
To what?
She needs to flow and believe it is all happening for a reason. This is her highest good. Esther is the high priestess, just like Rara, just like you. You're all connected. She has a hard time gripping how this came to be. It's coming from dealing with her family. She was treated so badly. It was terrifying. There was so much darkness in the family.
Mm-hmm.
She was the only light there. She brought peace to a place where there was no peace. She unified them, helped them to find the commonalities. Too many wars in her family.
Mm-hmm.
Esther
Are there?
almost quit the mission at one point. As a young teenager, she almost left the body altogether. It was too difficult being in that 3D family. But she was not allowed. She had to stay in the vessel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is
She
there any factors over there that we need to heal back into her?
she needs the fractals that were being trying to be
I'm sorry, can you I lost you. Can you say that again? You said she needs the fractals of what? Can you repeat that?
she needs the fractal of her mother, her true mother, Isis. It was ripped from her at 10 years old when they were trying to kill the vessel. Yeshua managed to splice her back into the body. There was a lot of work that was being repaired. And the archangels surrounded her bed, literally. They were coming at her every single day. They wouldn't let nobody touch her.
Beautiful. Is it possible to integrate those fractals of her mother Isis now into her DNA?
Yes.
Can we do that?
She needs the fractal. It will help her when she gets attuned.
How will she get attuned?
She needs to see her sister Aurora.
Okay, what are the next steps you suggest she take? Does she need to see Aurora for a raw? Do you suggest?
She needs what's called the Reiki symbols in the body. That's going to activate many things in her.
Mm-hmm.
But this session is also important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She needs her mother. She's always felt that there's a piece missing in her. No matter how much she wanted the love of her 3D mother, it was the mother in Ashki. You all have a role to play here in the 3D.
I'm sorry, I lost most of that. But I wanted to just really quick ask. I know that I had a session done with Aurora. Was she able to activate them, specialize her piece into me? Did this happen?
You had a session with Aurora.
I did.
I didn't hear. What is the question?
Was I able to get a piece of my mother back into me? Does she have these symbols then?
Yes, Aurora is the key. Isis still.
Oh. Archangel Zach, could you please surround my phone?
Working on it. The fasting will help her to connect, the attunements, the crystals. There's much work to be done.
Beautiful. So I know one of her questions she wanted to know was what was her next step? What classes should she take with Aurora? Do you suggest she gets the Reiki done and then take the Isis Priestess, or should she go straight into the Aura practitioner?
She needs the Reiki symbols in her body.
Mm.
That will help to unlock many things. She should continue her training. She should train and learn everything she can from Rara. She will work with you. You're her sister. Your fate is tied. You're
Beautiful.
always together. She will help you in projects. She will help you not to lose hope. Everything that you do is important. Even the smallest things that you do are important. Just being on Earth is a huge gift for Gaia. You, Esther, Rora, Meenakshi, the fact that you exist is the light. You light up Gaia. Gaia loves you so much. You bring such bright, bright lights to her.
Yeah. It's funny because I know one of her questions like she wanted to talk to her galactic family, mainly her mother, her Pleiadian mother, and this whole time she has been.
It's going to happen, but she has to attune. She has risen her frequency. She went through what is called the dark night. She was in her bed and she went through what is called a dark night. It was some people call it in the 3D cognitive dissonance, and it was painful. Her head was burning. It was burning, and then she had a crystal in her hand, and the crystal activated the cerebral on the back of her head, and it spun like a wheel. It made the following sound. Like that. That activation happens in the brain, and the spinning is what the doctors call junk DNA in the brain. They do not know why our brain was built the way it's built. We have wheels in the back of the brain that when they spin, they light up what is called the synapses connection. And when that happens, the person moves from 3D mentality more into the other realms. It helps Esther to connect with Crystal and with her third eye and other parts of herself. It helped her. She would not be here now if that did not happen. She needed to elevate her consciousness. It must continue. She must continue to attune, all in service to others. That's all she wants. All she wants is to serve.
Yes, well, I want to thank you for having her send me my Andara so I have it in my hand.
There was a video that she watched. It had consequences on her husband, but her husband needed to see that. The video that she watched gave her pain in the head, but it was not pain, it was lighting up the connection. She needed to go through that. And one of the thoughts that came out of the ego manifested into the house. It literally became a cloud. It climbed up the stairs, and it was about to fully become. And her husband was frightful. He didn't understand what it was. The video that she watched, it was through an ancient alchemy, the book that man was reading. It transcends all video and electronics. That book, which cannot be mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
when a person is born, there is darkness, but then there is light, marvelous light. The darkness is not bad. People need to understand this. They need to understand that these polarities, as they integrate, is going to be a challenge. Esther went through this. She went through the dark night of the soul. And there may be other attunements. It was quite painful. She experienced such pain through her whole body. It was electrifying and not in a good way. The the being that was manifested, almost manifested, dissipated, but it cannot be mentioned. It came out of the dark night of the soul.
Can you hear me? Are you trying
Yes, I,
to say, is it possibly
your voice is being distorted. Your voice is being distorted.
ground, or did we take care of
I hear you now. What did you say?
it? Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
This energy that you saw, is it still lingering around home, or did we take care of it?
It goes into the walls and back.
I'm sorry, I lost you. Did you say it's still there, or what were you saying?
It's in the attic. It's
Mm,
energy. It cannot manifest. It doesn't have enough.
okay. Can we go ahead and contain this energy in a Metatron cube?
Containing in a Metatron's cube. In
Contain this energy in Metatron cube.
contained.
Does this energy have a soul or just a consciousness?
It has the consciousness.
So do we need to just inspire it, or what do we need to do?
It must be transmuted. It came out of the dark night of the soul.
So transmute it with phoenix power, or
What is the
with
question?
how do we need to inspire this energy?
It must be transmuted. It came out of the dark night of the soul.
Mm-hmm. Are we using a flame? Are we using Metatron flame, or are we using the phoenix flame to transmute it?
Metatron's flame.
Okay, let's surround it now with Metatron's purple violet flame to
Surrounded.
transmute this energy now, please. Let me know what that looks like.
Metatron's flame.
Archangel Metatron, like to surround your flame, surround the cube now with a
Metatron's flame surrounded. Box is imploding on itself, and it's breaking apart, and it's being transmuted back to zero.
transmute it back to source.
Yes.
Beautiful. Is it done?
Yes, I see the pieces flowing through the ether.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an archangel watching it. It's Archangel.
Which archangel? I'm sorry. Which archangel did you say was there with it? Who was watching? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, clear.
Okay. I'm sorry. Clear. Thank you. You said there was an archangel watching it?
Metatron was watching it go straight into source.
Beautiful. Is it gone?
And he is making sure that its journey is completed. He
Yes.
said that it's complete. the journey. That
Beautiful.
nothing is in the house anymore.
Can we send a beam of golden love light to surround the whole house, please?
Beam of golden love light surrounding the house.
Maybe even shower. Maybe let's shower the house with golden shower,
Shower
golden,
the house.
golden rays. Beautiful.
Golden lights
Lovely.
showering down.
How does that how does that feel? The home and the land there.
Oh, it feels good.
Beautiful.
The house wants to thank you.
We thank you, Kasa.
The house is thankful, and the trees nearby are grateful. There is flowers in the porch. They say thank you. They say
Mm.
the dill and the parsley in front are grateful. They're so
Mm. Well, I'm spinning with love and gratitude right back, just sending my heart and soul back. It pleases me very much to know that I was able to assist in some way.
house.
What was that?
There's a large red dragon in the house.
Yes. Is this the dragon she keeps seeing?
She saw it in the room. It flashed on her. Into the 3D, it flashed. She was burning dragon's blood, which is a tree. It's quite fitting. The dragons love dragon's blood. It's a it's 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 an incense,
Yeah.
but it helped the dragon materialize for a quick second. It just materialized and dematerialized. It took the whole room. It was red, fiery eye, with pearls in its hands.
Mm. Beautiful. How many dragons does she have?
She has a water dragon and an earth dragon. She has a fire dragon. She has an electric dragon as well. That one lights up her blood at times. And she has an ether dragon as well. She has several.
Beautiful.
They work
That's
together though. The dragons work together. They
mm,
create storm when the all of the elements.
yeah.
Her strongest, her biggest and strongest is the earth and water elements. Those are her dragons. She has the earth element. It it's so grounding.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I have a question for you. She wanted to know who her great grandmother was, Ophelia Rojas. She says nobody can tell her anything about her. Can you give her any information on her
What
grandmother?
grandmother? Esther knows. She doesn't realize, but she knows. Her grandmother was an orphan. She came from Spain, from the Iberian Peninsula.
Mhm.
She saw her her parents that were burning in the middle of the square. She was a child. They didn't see her. She got into the ships and ended up Dominican Republic. There, she married another Jewish Spaniard, and between them, they bought up all the lands of that island. When she gave birth to her grandmother, her face was as pale as Snow White, so beautiful, just really like a pearl. Unfortunately, Esther's great grandmother's vessel gave out and transmuted right when she was giving birth to her grandmother. Her grandmother was raised up by her aunt, but her aunt had infringement and was wicked. And she took all that her great grandmother had worked for and she stole all the inheritance right off of her grandmother. The grandmother ran away with her grandfather. They ran off. Her grandfather was a worker in the estate. And she fell in love with him and ran off. They bought a house and they had 12 children. Of the 12, two died. One was her mother. From that mother came Esther. Esther was special. She was not like the other grandchildren. She had many. Her grandmother kept Esther in Dominican Republic until she was a certain age, around right after the 10th birthday, when she almost slipped into a coma with fever, and Yeshua pulled her out. Around that time, around 1112, she was shipped back to the United States. This is the story of her great great grandmother. She was a great alchemist. Her great grandmother comes from the town of Toledo. Her great grandmother, Ophelia Rojas. Her last name means red. Ophelia Rojas. My whole body just tingles. Esther's body is literally teeming right now, just at the mentioning of her great grandmother.
Beautiful.
Her great grandmother is a great alchemist. She is the wisdom. She she did mantras in Hebrew, and she knew deeply of the spirit of the forest. She had a love for people. This her grandmother inherited that passed down. She was always in service to others. Her great grandmother, her mother, even in her 3D capacity, she has been helping others. She has been giving to the poor and to the sick. She visited many, many orphanages. She brought toys from the United States to Dominican Republic for the orphan children. She bought many, many things to them and gave them hope where there was no hope. Her grandmother did the same. Her grandmother will open up her house in Dominican Republic, and any child that was hungry, she fed, she clothed. She tried to find parents for them, even if she could. Even
Let's
though she
see.
had 10 children, she
Oh, I lost you. Can
lived
you
in the
hear me?
house.
Can you
Yes,
hear me?
I hear
Okay.
you clear.
Sorry. Clear. Beautiful. Sorry, guys. You cut out. Well, Hadassah, sister, this is all we have for this time today. I do want to just let you know, most likely we'll be connecting again, it seems.
Yes,
Might be regular. Um,
there is
I
many.
know, what was that?
There are many questions.
Yes, there's many questions and many things to share, and just the beautiful information of the remembrance of this life. And our connection seems to be a problem too. Can you tell me, do you see anything? What's the problem? I don't even know if you can hear me right now. Let's see, higher self, can you relay that message? Can you hear me?
Now I hear you.
Yeah, we seem to have, if there are infringements, is it just the weather? There seems to be a problem every time we try to connect. How's the, is it just the weather?
There's the dark clouds moving above the house. Esther will work on raising vibration. When the dark clouds are in top of the house, they interfere with the connection.
Mm-hmm. So I'll
And
make sure I find a clear spot.
Esther has been trying to find a solution to this issue. There is a Metatron's symbol that can be charged. She's trying to find it. She's been meditating on bringing the royal cube. The royal cube clears dark clouds, but it's not just the clouds. They're trying to slip people of high frequency into their lower dimensions. Esther's escaped many times from their demise. They plot against her, but she uses alchemy, natural alchemy, not taught by Rora. It's coming from the memory of Andara. She does it without even realizing it. She doesn't even know how she does it, but she does. She was in the
I lost you there. Come back. Can you hear me? Oh,
and and her husband chanted positive timelines, clear the clouds, and in her mind's eye, she saw it all happening. And about a few minutes later, all the clouds dissipated, and her clear skies. On one half of the highway was blue skies and white fluffy clouds, and on the other side of the highway was dark sky.
mhm.
It was the most amazing alchemical process.
Beautiful.
She did not know how she did it. It just came. But that was Andara. Andara
Yeah.
was trying to fend them off. They tried to trap her when she travels.
Yeah.
Her husband felt
Yeah. Oh, my connection. Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
that does with the music, specific musical frequency. It amplifies throughout the car and blasts them out. They can't touch her.
Okay. Beautiful. Well, thank you, Hadassah. Thank you for everything that you have given given us today. It's such a beautiful treat. Words don't even express my gratitude, and it's just such a shock and a treat at the same time. This has just been so amazing, this experience. But at this time, I'm going to have to bring Esther back. Our connection is really difficult as well. So I'm not even sure if you can hear this. I'm hoping my higher self is relaying this to you so you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, the
Did you
house.
get to hear that? I don't know if my higher self is helping here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hadassah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. My connection is just really bad. It's raining here. Is this a good time to stop her so she can go back to her world and assist with her family?
Yes, it's a good time.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I love you. I honor you. I respect you. I wish we could have all day, every day, and time can just stand still when we are together, but it just seems to go by too fast. So I thank you for everything and all the assistance.
Yes. I didn't hear.
Oh, yeah, you see, our connection is really funky right now. So I just want to thank you for everything that you have done. And I just want to say I love, honor, and respect you. And I'm just so grateful for everything that you have done.
Thank
And
you.
I'll talk to you in a day or so.
Thank you. Careful with the clouds, the dark clouds. The dark
Okay.
clouds harvest the dark ships. They're in.
Okay. Can I send love light to the clouds? Would that help?
That does help. But you need the cubic. The cubic is an amplifier. Esther's trying to get it. She's trying to seek it with all her might to try to
I okay.
travel safely.
Okay. I have a clear Merkaba. I think it's port. Is that Does that need to be amplified?
When you use the cubic and you have other quartz crystals and specifically a music that's transcendental and sacred,
Mm-hmm.
the cubic, the sacred cubic that Esther's seeking was used in Atlantis. It was used during the time in Egypt and with Isis. It is sacred and it amplifies like the flower of life.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay, Hadassah, thank you so much for all of that. I love you.